Disclaimer: my intention is not to refute anything Jesus said, nor make any money from these videos, or edit, add, or take away from any scriptures. But rather my intention is to preach the gospel and share any genuine light I may have. Please judge righteously and keep what is good. And remember, please give God the glory, not men. His is the kingdom and the power and the glory forever. I want to share some applications of the teachings of Jesus found in the quote-unquote Sermon on the Mount, Matthew 5-7. These are not in any way ironclad rules of what these teachings mean, but rather here are just some applications of them. Being poor in spirit is to learn to live with less and using any available resources as effectively as possible. To mourn, I suppose, is to be broken on the rock of Christ. It's a crisis moment, but you'll get over it. To be meek, you love your enemies and turn the other cheek. To hunger and thirst after the righteousness is to place God's kingdom first, as seeking to advance it without worrying about any of your needs. Be merciful by helping the poor with your wealth, forsaking all, now, 100%. Have pure motives for things to be pure in heart. No one can work for God and money. Get ready to be persecuted for showing God's love, as some people react very strongly to it. Remember Paul's history though, and remember that even the worst enemies can become the greatest allies. These ones are about evangelism. Real Christians will share the message with everyone and continue to as long as they live. Jesus fulfilled the old law with his teachings. Take for example the do not commit adultery. But Jesus said do not lust to begin with, eradicating the issue altogether. The teachings of Jesus are way superior to the Torah and supersede it. If anyone takes the teachings of Jesus and waters them down, the same is called least in the kingdom of heaven. But whoever does them and teaches them will be great in the kingdom. You need to be willing to work harder for the kingdom of God than people do for money in the system. Do not be angry to begin with. Reconcile your things before you worship and make peace before things go out of hand. You can apply the three-phase grievance teaching from Jesus. First of all, talk with one-on-one with your adversary, then with two or three, and lastly with the entire church. If the matter is still unresolved after each phase, you can regard the adversary as just another neighbor. In that case, you basically just go your separate ways, hopefully forgive and be at peace. Here is the seriousness of sin. It's better to lose body parts than to sin. Marriage is still death. Do not make any promises for any reason. All you need to say is yes or no. Also kind of like being honest and not making excuses. Turn the other cheek. If anyone wants to take from you, let them have it and even give more. Do more what you're obliged to do. Give to those who ask and don't refuse alone. Now, I'm not sure if the giving has to always be exactly what the person is asking. For example, if a drug addict is asking for money, you would obviously buy them some food instead. Keep the alms in secret though. Love your enemies, pray for those who persecute you, and do good to those who hate you. This is from Luke's version also. Loving your own family and friends only is nothing special. God gives rain to the good and bad both. Be perfect as Father is. Give and pray in secret, not in public like hypocrites. Do not use vain repetitions in prayers. God knows what we need before we even ask. Forgive to be forgiven, and the best prayer in existence. Fast in secret. Store up things in heaven, not on earth. Here they will just rot. But in heaven, they will be there forever. Serve or work for God, not money, to have your entire existence full of light instead of darkness caused by greed, which is the root of all evil. Do not worry about your needs, but instead put the kingdom of God first and He will provide for you, instead of running to shops and fields to get more and more and more stuff for yourself and for your family. This ties into the what good is loving your own only. Do not worry about the next day, but live and do your best today. Do not judge. The rules you apply for other people will God apply for you also. Remove the plank from your own eye first before correcting others. Do not give your treasures, in example time, to people who will just use it against you. Ask God for His Spirit. Do to others what you would like to be done. The way to heaven is narrow and the gate is small. Keep an eye out. What kind of fruit are people yielding? Is it love, promoting Jesus and His teachings, or is it making money? Real Christians produce good fruit like love, obedience to Jesus. Obey Jesus to get through the trial of God when you die, or if you happen to be alive when Jesus returns. People recognize the truth in Jesus, and it's up to each individual if we accept Him or reject Him. It doesn't profit you anything to jammer on and on and on about Lord this and that, and it doesn't matter how many signs and wonders you made. If in the end you don't even know Jesus at all. In example, what did He teach? Please share this message about the teachings of Jesus with as many people as possible. You can also like the video and create a public playlist to share further, and please do. My email address is found on the screen. If you feel inclined to link up and follow Jesus together in love, truth and unity, then please do contact me. Thank you.